Hey everyone, welcome back to Glass Seats. This is Viddy.
My name is Mrinal, and this week in hockey, we have to discuss history being made.
Mm-hmm.
The state of hockey finally won something with hockey related.
God, Jesus, they just won something.
It was right there.
They're already catching strays.
It was right there. But PWHL Minnesota wins the inaugural Walter Cup, proving that the state of hockey can win a hockey tournament. So Minnesota Wild, your move.
Step your shit up, yeah.
But PWHL Minnesota takes down Boston in 5 games. Series in the PWHL are 5, so this did go down to the wire.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't been following the PWHL, you've been honestly missing out.
Yeah.
Really intense playoff series. Just following the championship with Minnesota here. They go down 2 games to Toronto and then eventually reverse sweep them in the first round. Second round, they go trade games with Boston and have the most heartbreaking moment I've ever seen in a hockey game.
Yeah.
In game 4.
Let's talk about it, actually.
So if you guys didn't see it, that game is 0-0 going into double overtime. Minnesota scores at home in Minnesota. They think they've won the cup.
Yeah.
The bench is on the ice. The crowd is screaming.
More importantly, the gloves and sticks are on the ice.
The gloves and sticks are gone. It's confetti gloves. Yep. And it's a celebratory scene. The music's pumping until the ref comes out and says the goal is under review.
Mm-hmm.
Goes to review. The goal gets called back.
And I think...
for goalie interference, which... Correct call.
Correct call, yes.
And, props to the PWHL refs for having the guts to do that.
I'm sure that haunts the refs just because it's like, damn, everyone hates me now.
No, it shouldn't haunt the refs.
It shouldn't.
You did your job.
But deep down, you're like, I really don't want to call this, right? That's your job.
Then you shouldn't be a ref.
Yeah, that's your job. So I'm glad there's some integrity there.
Yeah, I mean, if you hadn't called that, then Boston would hate you.
Of course.
Someone's going to hate you either way.
Someone's going to hate you,
So,
but there's a clear definition of what goalie interference is.
So the driving player, Taylor Heisey, takes a fall, slides into the goalie of her own power, and the goalie cannot play her position, therefore goalie interference.
Yeah.
Pretty clear cut.
Yes.
And the fact that it was the cup-winning game, the cup-winning goal, shouldn't mean anything, and it didn't.
Yeah.
So it gets called back, and Boston wins that game like a couple minutes later.
Yeah. And the thing is, the momentum's gone at that point.
Yeah, you thought you won, and then suddenly, nope, you got to do it again.
Yeah, go find your sticks and gloves on the ice. Oh, that's the wrong stick. That's the wrong
spend
glove.
5 minutes being like, number 3,
so unbelievable.
Number 16.
It's not like the equipment manager's on the ice. It's just so unbelievably awkward, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that ever happen.
That has to be the most heartbreaking moment.
Yeah.
And if they didn't win the final game, oh my God.
Yeah. We would have had Vancouver all over again, huh?
Oh my God.
Yeah. That would have been, I'm
but
glad
they did.
Yeah.
They won.
Again, I'm glad this had a nice, story, perfect Cinderella story ending. It was 3-0, so no controversy there.
Yeah, and props to the coaching staff for Minnesota, getting your team pumped up for that final game.
Yeah.
And then they come out and they dominate.
Yeah.
3-0. At one point, I think going into the third or near the middle of the third, I looked at the shot counter. It was 40-16 Minnesota.
Yeah, so this is we're for sure champions now. You can't question it. There's no asterisk or anything, right?
Nothing.
So,
they left nothing on the table. So absolutely deserve that win.
This is not a matter of, the skate was in the crease or the parallax goal. It's none of that. This is, hey, we won fair and square. 40-16, 3-0 win. Yeah, it's definite.
That too. I saw the ref call back the cup winning goal, and I bet every fan in Buffalo was like, "You could do that."
What was that? Yeah,
you could do that.
Yeah, I mean the rule was changed though, right?
Yeah, after that, but for that season, that was the rule. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, in 1999, the Dallas Stars won the Stanley Cup
in overtime.
And in that NHL season, the rule was you could not have a skate in the crease.
Yeah.
Brett Hull very obviously had a skate in the crease when he scored a cup-winning goal, and the ref still allowed it.
Yeah. And Buffalo, weirdly enough, I'm actually going to go ahead and side with them. Rightfully so, is still salty about it to this day, especially given the history that occurred after.
If the fact that they haven't won a cup yet,
or been to the playoffs since 13, a while,
something like that.
It's been 13 years or something. Yeah, so
insane.
I would be pissed about it too.
Valid. Yeah. Absolutely valid.
And it's a rule, right? It's not
But no such controversies in the PWHL.
Yeah.
So at least for one season, they've done a good job.
Yeah.
Here.
I think this is a very important first season, because imagine if as great as it would have been for Minnesota and their fans, that would have been a terrible way to end the first season.
Yeah,
that would have been
controversy.
Like at that point, you've already right off the bat compromised the integrity of your league, and we're on here bitching every single week about the integrity of the NHL, right? Imagine if it was just the same in like the PWHL. Like nobody, that's not a good first look.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's not. So I mean, props on that, and props on that officiating crew to make that call.
Yeah.
The other thing we should note here: Taylor Heisey wins the MVP award for best player in the playoffs. She was the first overall draft pick this year.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Minnesota, and she has been an absolute joy to watch all season.
Excuse my ignorance, but how deep are these drafts? Like how many rounds are these drafts? They're not 7 rounds, right?
I don't remember because the first one was a little weird because there was no standings to go off of.
Right, that's
so
what
it was
I'm
basically
wondering.
just building the squad.
Yeah.
So I think it was a little bit deeper.
That's what I'm wondering. I was like, how does one determine that Minnesota is going to get the first overall?
It was a lottery.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So that was a lottery, but for the draft coming this year, New York has the first overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many rounds it is this year.
Got it. Okay.
But the way the PWHL draft works is that there's some rules for who is eligible to play in the PWHL based on age and those kind of things. And you have to declare for the draft.
Okay.
So now that this season has been successful, there's been a lot more players that have declared for next year.
Yeah.
So I don't actually know how deep that draft is, like how many rounds they're going to do. I need to double check on that one. But that's how the PWHL draft works.
Yeah. And either way, great showing for women's hockey, especially for the first season. Again, like we just said, it's good that it capped off in the correct way. You know, whether you're a Boston or a Minnesota fan, this is the way it should have ended. And hopefully this inspires a lot more hockey presence amongst women's sports, and hopefully the drafts get deeper. Hopefully the league expands, and hopefully it's on the West Coast because it is so difficult to watch hockey here sometimes. God damn it.
Yeah. No, to be fair to the PWHL, they've just put everything for free on YouTube. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, but like I want to go to a game, man. Like
it's just, and I don't want to have to fly to Toronto.
Yeah, it's just like I get why it's all there, but like it's we've talked about it before. When we see another hockey fan here, it's just Spider-Man memes. So, and I
would love to go to a PWHL game in like LA or San Diego or even like something like Seattle.
Yeah, just anywhere on the West Coast, so it's like somewhat accessible.
Yeah,
would be nice.
Yep. I'm hyped for the second season.
Yeah.
And by second season, they did confirm that the teams will have names and mascots and all that branding next season.
Thank God. Yeah.
Something to look forward to for next season for the PWHL.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Minnesota. Well-deserved win. If you like this episode, drop a like on it and hit subscribe if you guys want more. We have 3 episodes out every week here on Glass Seats. If you want more content, we're also on Instagram @Glass Seats Show is the handle.
Yep.
See you next episode.
Bye.